was a woman who was at the front already squatting down, and I could see everything. The staring, all the fixed stares, the photo taking.
Just disgusting.
Yeah.
So loud. And she's just like monster.
Welcome back to CrispyLife. If you've never seen our channel before, I'm P and this is Chris. And together, like I said, we're CrispyLife. Now, we do lots of videos about travel, we've done challenges, and generally it's just about our life. However, today's video, we want to tell you a bit more about China and the culture shock, the culture differences that we experience traveling around China.
Yeah, some very vast differences.
So if you ever want to travel around China, or you just want to know what life is like traveling, backpacking China, the sorts of things that you're bound to experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, then stay tuned. We absolutely love China.
Yeah.
If you don't believe us and you don't believe how incredible and how amazing China is, then check out our other blog. China as a whole is an amazing country. It's one of our most favourite countries. Now, some of the experiences that we're about to share with you, the culture differences, the culture shock, doesn't take place everywhere, and this behaviour doesn't apply to everyone, but it does happen on some occasions.
So, first of all is the toilets. Not all toilets are disgusting, but some are truly just disgusting.
Yeah.
So some of the toilets that we've experienced are the ones that have a trough going along, and you just pretty much just squat over that trough, and someone along at some point in the day will come along and just flush it out with water.
So like Chris said, you have this trough going from one end to the other. I was dying for the toilet. It was something that I needed to do. Now, went inside the toilet and it was just one large room with this trough. There was a woman who was at the front already squatting down, and I could see everything. Like,
let us just add, there's no doors on these types of toilets.
It was just one open space, one stinky, smelly open space with this woman squatting. I came in, she turned around, looked at me, she carried on doing her business, and literally I had to start squatting and exposing myself. Someone came in after me, so they was behind me. They started squatting, doing their business. So yeah, that was a real experience.
It was. The worst is trying to do a number 2 and using toilet paper and hoping no one comes by and walks past, because it's a private affair, I'd say. Definitely.
Yeah, the better ones had screens between them. They didn't have doors, so they were still open. So it had the trough and it had screens. People would come in and then they would like just sort of look. I don't know what crossed their mind. Were they thinking, I wonder what theirs looks like? But they were, they definitely had their looks. Did that happen to you?
Yeah, when I was on a train once and I was just using the urinal on the train, and some guy was just staring at me, and it's just really awkward when you're just trying to just go toilet and someone's just watching you.
Secondly,
children around the toddler age are given these pants where the back part is just missing. It's not there. It's just a square
When Chris says the back part, he means where the
bottom.
Yeah, the
bottom is just open to the
bum line
elements.
From one end to the other is just open. So basically, when these toddlers need to go to the toilet, they squat and the pants open up. And sometimes, like when they walk in, you're just walking along the street and you notice kids and the bottoms are out. You see the bum cheeks moving because the pants have got that hole in. It was so bizarre. Initially I was going to take a picture of it, and then we thought, no, we can't take a picture.
It just didn't feel right for us to take a picture.
There was this child who obviously needed the toilet, and on the street he was just squatting, clearly having a poo. His dad decided to wipe his bum. He had some spare tissue, as you do as parents, definitely need that tissue. Wiped the child's bum, flung that tissue on the floor, and we had saw that so many times. It was just
you're just in shock. You're just watching it happen and you're thinking, this can't be real. Like, why is the child just taking a poo on the street, and why is his parent just wiping their bottom and just discarding the pooey tissue like that? It's just rank.
So the benefits of that is no nappies are needed, no potties are needed. When the child needs to go to the toilet for number 1 or number 2, they can do that anywhere.
Right, so number 3 is spitting and slurping. There's so many sounds that you'll hear when you're traveling around China, and a lot of them will come from other people. So on this one occasion, I'm sat on a bus and I'm sat next to this old Chinese lady, and she's just like and she's just like
Oh, you hear that?
And the sound just goes through you, and then she just gets out a plastic bag and then she just spits in it, and then she just puts the bag away, and then about 10 minutes later it's the same thing. It was just it's not what you want to hear when you're sat on a bus next to somebody for like 6 hours or whatnot.
And added to that, the slurping.
Yes.
Like, I know when you eat noodles, like, it can be a messy job in terms of, like, noodles can go everywhere and you've got to try and manage all of that. But the sounds that people were making when they were eating these noodles were crazy. Like,
so loud. So loud. I think at some point we even tried to blend in by slurping as well. To
see if anyone would love, and not one person batted an eyelid. Like, now, added to that is, like, when we was on buses, trains, was like how loud people speak to each other.
Yeah.
Like, you might have two people sitting next to each other and they talk so loud, and we was like, oh my god, are they having an argument? Like, what's happening? Like, something's happening. But just picture this, like, on a night bus trying to sleep and someone just, and you can't even understand it, like, just talking dead loud.
What time is it? People are screaming at this volume.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating. I remember turning round on so many occasions, like, to give them the look, like, you are talking really loud, but that didn't stop them whatsoever.
So what I think I read it somewhere is the louder that, like, people converse with each other, it means that they're enjoying that person's company. So if they're speaking to someone who's not really got that same energy as them, then maybe they won't want to continue that friendship. Okay, so number 5, people don't queue. It's more of a crowd.
Yeah, there's no lines, there's no order.
No, it's just a crowd. Whoever gets on this vehicle, in this case it was a bus, whoever gets on that first, that's who gets on that bus first. Women, children, men, all equal at this point. Be prepared to catch an elbow.
There was so much pushing and shoving. You had elbows, armpits in your face, and there was no point in, like, even alerting the person that your elbow was, like, right in my face.
Like, say if you tried it in England, someone would say, what you doing, and it would turn into a big argument.
The crazy thing is, we joined in. We had to go to places. We were not prepared to miss several buses, so we had to join in. When we left China and we continued to travel, we experienced the reverse culture shock. So, like, I remember, like, just trying to catch a train, and, like, we was armed with our backpacks and we were ready to go. We pushed so many people out of the way to get onto this train, and, like, we got sat down and we was like, yes, we've got our seat, and we looked at everyone as they was walking on, and we just felt so embarrassed. No one else was doing that, it was just us.
I think 5 weeks in China, our whole mentality of queuing up kind of changed us for a short period of time.
Number 6. So the next culture shock that we experienced in China was all the staring, all the thick stares, the photo taking. Many people that we came across had never ever had come across a black person or a person with darker skin or someone with curly hair in real life. We had the staring, and when I say staring, I'm talking about the thick stare. So you'd have people looking at you, no expression, no smiles, staring at you. When you stared back at them because you caught them staring, they continued to stare.
Yeah, no, there wasn't no looking away, they just continued to stare, and on a lot of occasions people would just be pulling out phones. Some would do it discreetly, like I remember one guy who was just like, you know, like doing that as he was walking away. There's other people who just didn't really care, they just sit there, pull out the phone and just film you, and it was just really a weird feeling, just the stares and pulling out phones. And it got to a point where we just started taking pictures of people taking pictures of us.
Yeah.
And just to kind of counteract it, but it didn't stop them. What
was worse was the laughing, the laughter. You'd have groups of people laughing, you'd look over to see what they're laughing at, and they look laughing at you, and you're like, if I had a complex, like, I would not be okay in this situation. Remember people coming to touch you?
Yeah, when I was in Beijing, and I thought, like, Beijing, with it being a capital city, like, people would have seen a black person before, but this guy just ran up to me out of nowhere and just started stroking my arm. So I didn't, you know, you're taken aback a bit, so I just started stroking his arm. But it's like you don't know what to do in those situations.
No. I remember one experience. We were on a train and there was this little boy who wanted to take a picture of me, but the worst thing was I was trying to sleep. I had my quilt over me, I was ready to fall asleep, and then you had this boy coming over with his phone ready to take a picture. So I was not in the mood for having my photo taken at that point, so I put the quilt over my head. This young boy thought, not having that, I want this girl's photo. So what he did, he dragged my quilt down the corridor of this train and came back with his phone. So I had to run after him, get my quilt and try and cover myself, and like Chris found this really entertaining. He caught some of it on camera. But no, it was so frustrating. I could not, I was having a tug of war with my bed sheet with this little boy with his phone adamant to take a picture of me when I just wanted to sleep. And I think even getting ready in the morning, you'd wake up, you open your eyes and you'd find like the other people on the bus just looking at you, staring at you, and like as you open your eyes to find people staring at you, it's really creepy. Like
Number 7, and you walk past the shops, you'd see that like the workers there just doing a little dance routine in the morning to some like happy Chinese music, and it was really interesting to see because you don't see that at all in the UK. People, if someone in my work has said, right, all the staff need to get up and start doing all this dancing, people would be like, what are you on about? I don't dance.
Number 8, the final one, our train experience. We saw lots of couples on the train, and the couples were always like laughing, like really loved up, to the point that we saw like 2 people with the, or several couples actually, with the same outfit on. So that
head
was,
to toe.
And then there were the older women who always took care of their husbands, which was really nice. So they'd make them green tea, they would give them their slippers, so the old men would be sat there with the slippers just munching one unknown item that we'd never ever seen before to the next unknown item. And then there was the kids. The kids were running up and down the train, they were climbing up and down the ladders, they were singing number games and different things like that, and they just had us entertained for the whole ride as well. And in the evenings also there was the women who used to apply their like makeup bedtime routine. So we'd see them like taking off all the makeup, and I used to go to the sink area to wash my face and see all these women engaged in the nighttime routine, and I was like, I want my pajamas.
So guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed our experience and the culture shock that we had when we was in China. If you've got any comments, make sure you leave them at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notification of when we drop a new video, and new videos on Monday and Friday. 再见!
再见!